What's going on, people, and welcome back to Word on the Corner. You understand? We're back again. You get me? Another episode, another day. More news coming out for your blood clot. Word on the Corner coming is that Thomas Partey. Now, yesterday we saw that, or a few days ago, he was not picked for the AFCON squad for Ghana, which will take place this month. He's not been picked for the squad due to an injury setback. Now, we saw he was back training. He was back on the grass. It was looking good. There was hopes that he could return to the side. But Chris Hughton has said that he has had a big, substantial injury. No one knows the length of the injury. But obviously, if he can't go to the AFCON, then that means, you get me, he's probably out for January, bro. You understand? So, Thomas Partey, bro, you get me? He's a top player. No denying his quality. But you're missing more than you're here, bro. You get me? Like, when we're chilling on the block, you're here, you're there, bro, you're active. But then when we leave the block, you're not there, blood. You get me? Man are getting run down by 10, 20 youths, and you're just chilling at home watching fucking Netflix. You get me? So for me, like, I think it's got to the point where we might have to cut ties with Thomas Partey in the summer. You understand? We might have to sell and bring in proper reinforcements in that area, because he hasn't played any part of the season this year, blood. You get me? No significant part. The midfield has been Havertz, Rice, and Odegaard, and that's why we're struggling. Because if it was Rice, Partey, Odegaard, we'd probably be clear at the top, blood. You get me? But because it is what it is, and that's down to him with his fitness, blood. You get me? So you understand? Unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to sell Thomas Partey in the summer, blood. You get me? But obviously, we wish him well. We want him back again, but you understand? How long will he be back again for? That is the question, blood. You get me? News coming out on the striker hunt now, blood. You get me? Obviously, yesterday I spoke about Ivan Toney, Dusan Vlahovic, Osimhen, and obviously Dominic Solanke. Now, this one has come out of nowhere like an RKO, blood. You get me? Very shocked at this one. Very happily shocked as well, blood. It was a happy surprise to see this link. Hopefully it's more than a link. Hopefully it's more than a rumor. Hopefully there's actually a bit of concrete traction there, and that is that we are apparently looking at Bayer Leverkusen striker Victor Boniface. Now, the Nigerian has absolutely lit up the Bundesliga this season. He's played in the Europa League as well, and I think that would be a quality addition, bro. You get me? Obviously, he only moved to Leverkusen this summer, so it would be difficult to get him in the January window. But I think maybe for summer, we should be looking at that, blood. You get me? Obviously, he's very good friends with Granit Xhaka, our former midfielder. I think his mum loves Xhaka, bro. You get me? Like, Xhaka's her favorite Bayer Leverkusen player, obviously apart from Boniface. But yeah, maybe we should make Xhaka pattern that up, blood. Give him a little, you know what I'm saying? Pull up to North London, blood. You get me? He'd be a quality addition, but I can't see that happening in the January window. You lot, let me know what you think of Boniface as well, blood. You get me? Because I think he's cold, fam. You understand? He follows me as well. Shout out the bro. You get me? Victor Blood Clot Boniface, my brother. You get me? He's actually a gooner as well, blood. You understand? So if he came to the club, he would die in that shirt, blood. You get me? He would do all he can to elevate us back to the head of the table, blood. No pun intended. Acknowledge my blood clot, blood. You understand? Obviously, there's been a lot of rumors going around in the defensive area. You get me? Obviously, we have hella injuries in the defensive area. We've been kind of sus defensively this season. And the new one is Matthias de Ligt. The Bayern Munich defender has been linked with a move to Arsenal. He hasn't really had the best of seasons at Bayern Munich, blood. You get me? He hasn't really had the best of time since he's left Ajax, blood. You get me? No denying his ability at that time at Ajax when it was him and Eric Ten Shit. He was probably he was probably the best young defender in the world, blood. You get me? He was in the talks with Saliba and the other up and coming young defenders. He was ahead of them, blood. You get me? And since he's left Ajax, he ain't really had the best time, blood. He's only played 8 games as well in the Bundesliga this season, 1 appearance in the Champions League. But there's no denying his ability, blood, his quality, his leadership he'll bring to the side as well. And he is a much better option than what we have currently, blood. You get me? Man like Kiwi, or rumors that he's going to leave, blood. You understand? Ben White, he's not looked the best this year as well, blood. Zinchenko is another one, blood. You get me? He's been piss poor. He's injured as well now. Timber, you get me? His former teammate. Maybe Urian can have a little word, blood. You get me? Maybe Urian can fly out to Dam. Obviously, he's injured. Well, not Dam, blood. Fly out to Turin. Not Turin. He was at Juve. Fly out to Munich. We got there in the end, blood. You get me? And pull up on his Clark, blood, and be like, yo, my bro, we need to run the link up again. You get me? I would take the Ligt, blood. You understand? I think it would be an improvement on what we have, blood. Add solid depth as well into the defensive area. You don't let me know your thoughts on Matthias de Ligt moving to Arsenal. Takiro Tomiyasu. Now, obviously, Tomiyasu is back again. He's fit now. He kind of got through into the fire against Fulham, blood. You get me? Didn't have his best performance, but he's not fully fit. So I don't throw no shade at Tommy for that performance. But good news coming out. We got good news and bad news regarding Tomiyasu, blood. You get me? The good news is they are in the final stages of extending his current deal at the club, and he will be also getting a pay rise, blood. That's good to see, blood. You get me? Tomiyasu's looked a lot like himself this season. Last season, he had a lot of injuries and he wasn't really at his best, blood. Never got up and running. This year, he's looked a lot more better, blood. You get me? He's been our best left back, bro. And he's not even a out and out left back. Like, he can play there, but his natural position is right back, and he has played that position tremendously well, blood. You get me? The only thing with Tommy is that injury concerns. You get me? He's always injured. He's not there for a long time. He is a player that I'm happy that we are tying down, blood. Pause. You get me? So big up Tomiyasu, blood, my brother. And the sad news is that he will be leaving the club on Friday to go to the Asia Cup, which means he will miss the Liverpool game on Sunday. Only God knows who's going to play at left back now, blood. You get me? Kiwior was piss poor. We went to a back three against Fulham, and Reese Nelson went to left wing back. So maybe we go to a back three. I don't know, blood. But the one thing I know, Kiwior can't start that game, blood. You get me? But good luck to Tomiyasu then, blood. You get me? Hopefully you can do well over there and win yourself a trophy with your country, blood. Mohamed Elneny. Now, the Egyptian has left the club today to go to the AFCON. He's not left the club on a permanent deal. But apparently he has one foot, out the door. Turkish clubs have come in for the Egyptian midfielder, and it's looking like a high possibility that he could leave the club this summer. Not this summer, sorry, this window. For me, that's a man we got to get out of the club, blood. Respectfully, you get me? You're not good enough, blood. You're just sitting there taking up wages, adding on to this staleness. You get me? You're one of the stale players at the club, blood. You got a lot of heart, bro, but your ability ain't really there, blood. You get me? And if that can free up the books, then I'm all for it, blood. But good luck in the AFCON, Elneny. Some news on outgoings now. You get me? Yesterday, I spoke on Eddie Nketiah and Reese Nelson being linked with moves out of the club. Yesterday, they were loan moves. Today, apparently, West Ham are showing strong interest in the Arsenal winger. Could be a loan deal. Could be an actual out-and-out purchase. For me, if we're selling, then 30 million, you get me? I think we can get 30 mil for Reese, blood. You understand? You see the type of fees that English players are going around for, and Reese has got something about him, bro. You get me? Reese is Premier League level, blood. You get me? I think he'll do really well at West Ham. I think that's Reese's level, blood. You get me? So we'll keep our eyes on that one, blood. Nun Tavares. You remember this guy, blood? Nun Tavares, bro. You get me? Another failed signing that has come into the club under the in the Arteta era, blood. You get me? It's looking like that he might have his loan spell at Nottingham Forest cancelled, blood. You get me? The man can't even get into Nottingham Forest's side, bro. You get me? Lokonga can't get into Luton. This brother can't get into flipping Forest. The way we need to just get rid of these man, either this window or the latest, the summer window, it needs to happen, bro, because them man there not good enough, rude boy. I spoke about Urian Timber a little bit earlier. Obviously, he would help us in getting Matthias de Ligt over the line. And we got some news on his injury progress. It's looking like he could be back in March. So that's good news, blood. You get me? How fit he will be, only God knows, blood. You get me? How much of an impact he will make, how much of a part he will play, only God knows, blood. You get me? But it would be, if we could get him up and running, and then we're in amongst it come crunch time, then he'll be a great addition to this side, blood. You get me? Because let's be real, Urian Blood Clot Timber walks straight into that defense, blood. You get me? And then finally, Alexander Zinchenko. Now, he missed the Fulham game with a calf injury, and it's looking like it could be a bit of a peak one. You get me? Strong rumors going around that he could miss the game against Liverpool on Sunday, the FA Cup third round tie at the Emirates, 4:30 p.m. kickoff. We will be live on TroopzTV at 4 p.m. But yeah, it's looking like he could miss the game, blood. You get me? I don't know if I touched on it a bit earlier, blood. I'm gonna check that. But yeah, the issues in that left back area, it's just peak, bro, at this moment in time. I think it's looking like we're gonna have to go out and get someone in the defensive area, bro. We need to play in every position, not even every position, but every department, blood. We need a defender, we need a midfielder, we need a striker, bro. You get me? Will we get any of them? Who knows, blood? You understand? Big up everybody tuning in again, blood. You understand? Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We're on 296,000 subscribers now. We're running down 300k, bro. Let's get to 300k ASAP. You don't know the vibe. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. It's your boy Troops, and I'm out, blood.